InsideThunder.com. Powered by Wheeler Whitlock Insurance.
Clay, John Herrick, ESPN Radio, KCRC in Enid. Well, 41 points, you made 11 threes. What enabled you to get going in that second half, or did anything enable you just knocking them down out there?
I knew I got good looks in those first few minutes of the game, and we all really didn't want this to be our last game. And me and Steph, we got a 100 shot. When I'm not out there being aggressive and just, I'm not really trying to hunt my shot, I'm ineffective. So it's just one of those nights where you make a few easy looks early, and then you can take those 30-footers with your feet not set, and it just happened to keep going, and I was just trying to stay aggressive.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma. And Clay, the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game, they got nothing offensively, hard-pressed to get off a shot. What was going on with your defense? You did a good job with Westbrook and Durant all night long, but those last 2 or 3 minutes, you just ground them to a halt.
Give credit to Andre Iguodala the whole game. Whether Durant made the shot or not, he was trying to be in him. He was trying to make it tough on him. And we realized he's one of the best scorers in the world. He's going to make tough shots. But over 48 minutes, we'll live with it. And our whole defense out there, everyone was on a string. We played for each other. We have to clean up the offensive rebound a little bit. But other than that, everyone was just alert in the right position and not trying to let them get any easy looks and make them score over the top of us.
Clay, games 3 and 4 here, the second quarter completely got away from you guys. There were some moments tonight when it looked like that could happen, but you guys held. What was the difference? What was going through your mind at that time?
Instead of, an 18-2 or a 20-4 run, it might have been 9-2 or 10-2, and that's a huge difference because we got a team with great spurt ability that can make up that lead in no time. And, instead of giving them a 20-point lead at times, we were down 10, and it's only, 3 or 4 possessions for us. So we never got discouraged when we knew they were going to make a run. They're playing at home, great atmosphere. And I'm just happy with the way we responded because there were plenty of times where we could have, not played as hard as we did, and guys, played with such great will. I'm proud of everybody on this team.
Clay, Michelle Steele, ESPN. Down the stretch, it was anybody's game. Was there one moment where you realized we got this?
You never feel like that really until the buzzer, and that's good. You have to have appropriate fear when you play these guys because they can go off any time. So maybe when Steph hit that floater, that was a tough shot. That's what he does when we went up 5. I knew if we just didn't let him get a 3 and got the ball to either me or Steph, it was going to be tough for them to climb back. And just proud of the way no one gave up.
Tim Kawakami, Mercury News. For 2 questions. First one is the greatest game can you think you've ever been a part of?
It has to be, just because the situation we're in, we're down 3-2 and haven't won here in a while. And, we were down 10 at one point. A lot of people probably counted us out, and it was just so much fun to, play with that emotion and that fire we did for the whole 48 minutes. And that's what, playing this game is all about.
Just the other question is, what does it feel like to be, you're on the court with Steph Curry, you're trailing in an elimination game, and yet your teammates are passing it to you, Steph's passing it to you in order to carry them. What's that feeling like?
He's been doing my whole career, He believes, everybody on his team believes in each other. They believe in me, and Steph told me before I went out in the 4th, this is your time, put on a show out there and have fun. I took those words to heart, and I just try to be aggressive.
Dean Blevins, News 9, Oklahoma City. Clay, it seemed to some of us that perhaps the margin at halftime could have been larger. Did you guys go into halftime? What did you feel like going in?
We felt good. We were only down 5, and we turned the ball over like 9 times going into the half and missed a lot of really easy looks we always hit. And, we could have been down 10 or 15, but instead we were lucky enough to be only down 5, and we realized that, look, if we withstand their punch, we got a chance to win this game, especially down the stretch. And our mentality was just to not give them nothing easy, especially in transition.
Clay, you were making a lot of shots around the arc, but there was one particular shot you took from well beyond 3-point, nearly away from the top of the key. At the point that you made that, did you feel like everything's going in that I'm going to shoot?
Yeah, I mean, I try to feel like that every game, whether I'm 2 for 18 or 14 for 18. I just try to be a continuous player, forget about whether the shot went in or not, and just hone my shot. And believe it or not, I mean, I practiced with range, and my feet were set, and my legs were under me, and I was in a great flow, so all I had to do was catch and release.
Marcus Thompson, Barry News Group. So, Clay, when did you sense that Steph was going to finish kind of what you started? Was there some kind of transition that you guys made to know it was his time?
Not really. It's kind of just telepathic, really, playing with each other for so long. You just kind of feel when someone's hunting their shot or being aggressive. And I knew down the stretch, you know, he's the MVP for a reason. We want the ball in his hands, and he's always going to make a huge play. And you can live with any shot Steph Curry puts up. You know, it's the best we've ever seen.
Tim McMahon, ESPN.com. One, were you aware of what the record was for threes in a playoff game? And what did you think when you looked at the box score and saw 11?
I should have had at least 13 because I missed some wide open looks early. But I had no idea what the record was. I didn't even know I had 11 threes. I was just trying to be aggressive, whether that was getting to the rim or getting a good shot from beyond the perimeter. And it feels good on the record, but it's going to feel much better if we close them out on Monday and play with the same toughness and resiliency we did tonight.
Marcus Thompson, Barry News Group. Steph, you said you guys weren't going to go out like that. Can you describe what this performance says about, you know, your team?
I mean, we got a lot of belief and heart, and we've given ourselves a chance to win the series. That's all we could ask for. I mean, there's obviously a lot of excitement, but we still have one job to do. So the way we play tonight, you know, shows who we are, and we have one more opportunity to impose, you know, our will in this series, and that's what we want to do.
Hey, Steph, Michelle Steele, ESPN. This team came up with a lot of stops to close out this game. What would you say about your team's defense coming down the stretch?
I mean, that's been our calling card the last 3-4 years that have made us a championship caliber team and championship winning team. So, you know, in this building, we gave up 70-something first half points the last 2 times we've been here. And that was going to be the difference if we had a chance to win tonight, if we could get some stops, make them work. And down the stretch, we stayed disciplined. You know they're going to attack the basket. You can't foul. You got to contest shots and just make them work on every possession. You know, Andre did a great job. Harrison did a great job on KD. You know, Draymond when he has opportunities. You know, Clay on Russell. Everybody pitched in. We can do a little bit better job rebounding, which is something we need for Game 7. But if we have that same effort, we'll be fine.
Hey, Steph, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press, Democrat. There's been a lot of nights this year, last couple years, when you've been more or less unstoppable and Clay chips in with enough to make the difference. What's it like for you to know that that can be reversed and this team can still be successful?
I mean, all Clay needs is just a sliver of daylight, and the shots he made tonight were huge, obviously, but they were shots that he had his feet underneath him, and he just had all the confidence in the world, and he understood the moment. There were crucial situations, especially to start that fourth quarter, where, you know, 4-point game, 6-point game, 8-point game, and he hit a timely shot that kept us in it. And then obviously the one where it's tied and he comes down and knocks down a 3 in transition, that was huge. So I'm sure there's more in the chamber for that down, you know, for Game 7. So we need that punch.
Andrew Kennedy, Lawton Constitution. Steph, as the series has gone on, how much more comfortable are you feeling and you feel like the team is feeling with the way the Thunder has defended you in terms of all the switching?
I mean, there's adjustments we made, but the biggest thing is just moving the ball and moving bodies, setting screens for each other, trying to create confusion and miscommunication on their end, and then not turn the ball over. We did a great job of that in the second half of not turning it over and giving ourselves a chance to get shots up and finish possessions and not fuel their offense. So that was the difference. Tonight versus the last 2 games on the road, and we understand the formula. We just got to execute it come Game 7.
Karen Kraus from the New York Times. What do you remember about your dad's Game 7 experience? Were you at the arena that night? 2001.
Oh, against Philly?
Yes.
No, I was watching that at home. I was still mad at Lenny Wilkins for making him the takeout man in the last shot. Obviously, Vince took it, but no, I mean, it's cool just being around the game and understanding the hype and the sense of urgency in a Game 7 situation, just watching it. But been in one so far in my career, and didn't turn out the way we wanted to. Have another opportunity to get the job done on Monday. I get you.
Steve Kerr said that he was asked about one of Clay's long threes. The beauty of Steph and Clay, they kind of walk that fine line between lethal and crazy. How do you determine that fine line, and do you care?
No, you care because obviously you want to understand time and score and all that, but I mean, you make 10 threes, that's a good shot. For him in rhythm to come down and knock it down. So there's confidence, but there's also kind of still kind of on edge, watching the ball in there, like please go in, and it did. But he's always told us in those flow of the game, if you have a shot and you feel comfortable, take it. We'll live with the results in those situations. Don't want to second guess yourself while you're out there.
Steph, John Herrick, KCRC, and Enid. You had 2 questions. You had 9 points at half, and then you come out and score 14 in the third quarter. Then you kind of got going into the fourth. What adjustments did you make kind of at halftime to come out in the second half? And the second one is, where does this game kind of rank personally for you? I know it doesn't win you a championship, but you could tell from your celebration at the end that it meant a lot to you to force this Game 7 going back home.
There weren't many adjustments, just in the first half, I got in the paint a couple times and had a little bit of indecision whether I should shoot it or look for the open guy, and I had a couple turnovers. And just had more composure in those kind of situations. And then obviously I just found a couple open lanes for 3 and made them. Same shot I took in the first half, but then just found a rhythm. I think I fed off of Clay for sure in that situation. And then, I mean, this is a huge win for us, considering, we've had 2 elimination games and we needed to take advantage of them and just find a way to win. So, yeah, you're right. Doesn't win us a ring, doesn't we're not popping champagne or anything right now. We're excited about the opportunity to go home and have a Game 7. So it ranks up there for sure because we're still alive.
Brian Brinkley, KFOR TV, Oklahoma City. Steph, talk about going home for Game 7. Both teams have shown they can win on the road in this series. What it's going to take emotionally and just the resiliency it's going to take to pull it out.
I mean, it's going to be a hard game. If we thought tonight was hard, Game 7 is going to be even tougher. Everybody's on both sides of the ball is going to leave it all out on the floor. It's win or go home. So we can't expect just because we're at home that we can just show up and win. It's kind of the same message you talk about throughout the course of the playoffs. You have to play, our best game and be physical and be smart and execute our game plan 100% full 48 minutes. Feed off our home crowd and give them something to cheer about. I think we need to get off to a good start and build momentum and then, finish out the game.
Steph, it didn't seem to make a big difference, but did you hurt your wrist a little on one play, and are you getting a little tired of the aches and pains at this point?
No, I actually kind of like it because it understands. I mean, you understand the moment of the playoffs and just kind of gets you going. I'll be ready to go and give it everything I got for Game 7.
Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma. Kevin, it's a tough shooting night for you guys most of the night. Then the last 2 or 3 minutes, the offense ground to a halt. What happened those last 2 or 3 minutes?
They switched everything and tried to kind of close the paint up, and we missed some shots. And they got hot from the three. So.
An emotional game. Emotionally, what was missing coming down the stretch?
Nothing emotionally.
What's the level of excitement right now in that locker room to play Game 7?
We know we got another game to play. We're excited about that. We get another opportunity, and we can't hang our heads. We got another game to play, so it's pretty high right now.
Anthony Sayer with Oklahoma. And how much of, you said they got hot from three, how much of that was just them getting hot? How much of it was you guys losing them defensively?
I thought we did a good job of contesting threes. And Thompson hit some tough ones overhands. Curry hit some tough ones overhands. So, that's what they do. But you got to live with some of those. They made some tough ones. And they got out in transition and hit threes too. So, I thought we played extremely hard. They shot 41% from the floor. They made 21 threes.
Either one of you guys were up 5 at halftime. Did it feel like it should have been more? It kind of seemed like you outplayed them by more than that.
It was up 5. We felt comfortable with our lead. We know we could have played better, especially in the first half. But, I think we even started the third better than they did, so which was great. But, what did come out with the win.
Myron Patton Fox, does it help that you got the game so close, or would you like to have more time to kind of correct some things and practice things of that nature?
It's the seventh game of the series. We know exactly what they do. They know exactly what we do. So, it's just a matter of who wants them more. And I think both teams went out there and played extremely hard. They made more shots than we did, and especially from the three, So, that was the name of the game tonight.
Dean Blevins, News 9, Oklahoma City. Russ, besides the three-pointers, what key points do you see in the ball game? What do you think was the difference between winning and losing?
Just like Kevin said, they were making some tough shots. I thought we played hard for most of the game, and they just made more shots than we did.
Yeah, Barry Trammell with the Oklahoma. And Russell, you guys took care of the ball really well in the first half. I think you only had 3 turnovers, a few more in the second half, and then you had 5 or 6 down the stretch. What happened with the ball handling and the ball security late in the game that you were doing differently early?
They got their hands on some balls. They trapped, made us make some decisions. But, for the most part, I thought we try to make the right plays and make the right decisions, especially down the stretch.
Kevin, they seem to like you, the matchup with Iguodala. Do you like the shots that you're getting with him on you?
Yeah. I like my shots. Just a matter of them going in. Like I said, when I drive to the rim, they bring guys at me, so I got to do a better job of making an extra pass. So, I wish I could have got a lot of those shots back. I felt great on a lot of them, but that's just how it is.
Brian Brinkley, KFOR TV, for either one of you. Both teams have shown that they can win on the other team's home floor. What's your mindset going out there? You've played fairly well there in the 3 games in Oakland.
I'm going to go home. Simple as that.
John here at KCRC. Billy Donovan mentioned that you guys playing 40-plus minutes. He said fatigue may or may not have been a factor with you two. How did you guys feel about that coming down the stretch in the fourth quarter? Did you feel tired at all?
Well, our team needs us on the floor. Us two on the floor, we give ourselves a great chance to win. So we got to fight through it. It's late in the season. Everybody You know, everybody gonna play their best players around this time. So, you know, if we got to play 48, we got to play 48. So we're gonna give it our all. We've been doing that all season, and tonight was no different. And next game won't be any different as well.